We've been hearing from hundreds of businesses, most of them from Wisconsin, and so what we did is on Monday sat down with about 15 that represented the full range, from farmers to food processors to manufacturers, small, medium, and large. And the theme was depressingly consistent. The generalized steel tariffs are increasing their costs, making them uncompetitive globally as well as domestically, because their global competitors are producing products with the steel that hasn't increased 30 to 40%. Farmers are losing access to markets they've been developing for decades. They're losing orders. And the administration has talked about short-term pain for long-term gain. I'm hoping a lot of this pain will be reversible, but I can tell you a lot of it is permanent damage. They're canceling or holding up capital expenditures. Their competitors are able to raise prices, increase their profits, giving them greater capability to expand their capabilities and their capacities. So we have got to bring these negotiations to conclusion to return the certainty that, let's face it, President Trump has got should take a great deal of credit for the fact that he stopped adding to the regulatory burden, reduced it, and made our tax system more competitive. The trade war is undermining potentially all that positive gain.
But he's argued that you've got to be very, very tough right now in order to get to the place where I think most of your constituents want to be, which is a better trade situation with China. I mean,
okay. First of all, I agree that the main problem in terms of violation of trade rules is China. I don't see the way to get China to comply with their trade rules is have a united front of the remaining trading nations in the world confront China and demand that they comply with those rules. Right now, we're at war with everybody, and the people that are
but didn't we do that for like the last 20, 30
by
years?
This trade.
I mean, you know, the counter will always be, that's how we've done it for the last 20 or 30 years. We got together with the allies. You know, we browbeat the Chinese. Oh, you should behave differently. And we're still here.
No, I mean, for the last 20, 30 years, hope has sprung eternal, and we've just been relying on China. Once they see the beauty of democracy and freedom and free markets, they're going to embrace our systems. They haven't. And President Trump appropriately recognizes that fact. So he's absolutely right. China's the primary abuser. They've been cyber attacking, cyber espionage, industrial and military secrets. They are the main problem child here. I just don't see where his being at war with everybody is going to actually produce a result of reciprocal treatment from China.
It's kind of my opinion, Senator, but it seems to me that for a long time, a lot of Americans have looked the other way because a lot of Americans were enjoying the benefits of cheaper imported goods from China. But I note in the submission that you sent up to the White House, you have lots of companies. Regalware, to date, tariffs have cost Regalware more than $135,000. Husco International, our costs will increase $11 million. Hillcrest Family Farms, $40,000 loss in corn sales, $100,000 loss just in grain alone. Do these kinds of hard numbers change the equation this fall in the midterm elections? Will Republican congressmen and women in Wisconsin lose because of this administration policy?
Well, for one of the dairy farmers that participated, he's lost a couple $100,000. This is a dairy farm that has 200 dairy cows. They can't afford hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of loss. They'll be out of business. I'd say somebody who's been put out of business because of his trade policies probably won't vote for Republicans in the fall. And you know, one the participant, Cindy Brown from Chippewa Valley Bean, she's a 7th generation owner of this food process. This is her quote: "In that 160 years, there's been no government action that has left us in such terrible shape as what this has." 160 years, no government action has done more damage to her business than what's happening right now. I think the president has to listen to the pleas of small, medium, and large businesses that are being harmed by these policies.
So yes or no, does it put Republican seats at risk?
I think it does if this continues. So again, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to be supportive. President Trump is right. China is the bad actor here. But he also has to realize it's not just short-term pain. Some of this is irreversible. It's permanent damage. And hopefully the pleas of these small and medium and businesses that participate in this, their real-life stories will have some impact. Again, 30 to 40% cost increases on steel alone.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.